The Galaxy Solar Work Garden Light. This is pretty cool. Let's open her up. This is a Wildland brand camping light. This is the only one I have seen online that is like this design, and I'm pretty excited to show you what it's like. What you get is a bag like this. Actually, it feels all right. Nice and easy to carry around. The dimensions are 700 millimeters long, 210 millimeters high, 150 millimeters deep. How much does it weigh? 3.6 kilos. Let's open her up. Okay, inside this bag, right in this compartment here, you have the actual light itself. And that's what it looks like. We have a stand. We have some pegs, specifically 3. You have a USB charging cord and you have a manual. Okay, there's a bit of English there. That's a good thing. Page 10 onwards, yay. This is like a tripod frame. And you can kind of see, you push it down all the way and you got some height between the ground and the tripod. Actually felt a little bit spring-loaded. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Up here. All right, and that goes pretty high. This is 1.9 meters high to the top of that tripod frame. The feet, there's plastic foot on there, and it has a hole in each of the 3 legs, and the hole there is for tying down with one of these tent pegs. You get 3 pegs like this, and there is also a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. The pegs here would simply go down like so. And this is the main light unit. Now, let's have a look at this. This is made out of ABS plastic. You have the Wildland logo up on the side, and up on the back you see this large solar panel. You can recharge this during the daytime and it'll recharge its lithium-ion batteries in here. There is a master switch right there, and I'll show you that function very soon. And then over here you have a waterproof rubber seal, and there is a USB-C input slot, so you can charge this not only by solar power, but you can charge this by the supplied USB-C cable also. Now turning it over onto this side, this is where things get quite special. This light is made up of 2 separate units. Now in total, this whole lamp unit has 3000 lumens of lighting. Now that is plenty bright for camping or for various different sort of applications where you need light. Now the beauty of this whole unit is that not only do you have one section here of lighting capability, but another one here, and check this out, it detaches. You have a whole separate light. You can have one here up on your stand, and you can have one here for your reading light, for inside your tent light, for just working outside, anywhere where you need lighting. And the beauty of this is it's magnetic. Okay, so you can go to any metallic object and put it up, and they're quite strong magnets also. I can go over to, let's just say I've got this cupboard over here, and I've got my light up on the cupboard. That's pretty cool. Now, not only does it have 2 magnets there and there, but you also have the option to hang it off something. And that's simply by pulling out the hook, and boom, there we can suddenly hang this light if that's what we need to do. And it spins around, as you can see. Now, not only does it have some hooks, but it's also got some hot shoe areas here. Now, I don't really use this because I'm not a professional photographer or camera person or anything like that. But, you know, if you have some form of a stand that has some form of hot shoes, well, this is where you might use it. And if you check out the back, you've got 2 hot shoes here. And what happens is they simply pull out like so. There is a thread in there, and this pretty much can just go like this. and suddenly you can mount this onto some other silver tripod, or you can do it like this even. Put it there and screw that up onto some form of a tripod, and there you go. It'll sit in that hot shoe, or screw it in to that threaded mount as well. So that's pretty cool. You have that on the rear, and you have options, in other words. And you'll notice on the back it also says S and N. Possibly that's north, south. I'm not too sure. It's not clear in the manual, but you'll notice upon this main unit, it has a couple of these protruding plastic components, and then the charging and connecting metallic probes right there. So the idea of that is it will simply clip in to these three holes there, and boom, there we go. Now let's mount the main light unit upon the tripod. You'll notice it's got these little metallic springs right there sticking out. They go into these slots right there, if you can see that. So the idea is we put this in and press in those springs. There we go, and right there, that's how it goes. And then we have the option of tilting this over like that, if that's how we want our lighting to be, and shining down on this area. We can lift it up higher by simply undoing this knob and lifting it up, and then suddenly we have a light that's quite high. I want it even higher. Let me undo this knob. There we go. And suddenly we have a light that is 1.9 meters up high here. So this is well over 2 meters high over my head. I like that. That provides an option to really light up this whole area here. And I'll show you outside in just a moment what that looks like. Okay, let's turn this unit on so you can see what the lighting is like. There's a master switch at the back here. If you just press it like that, nothing happens, okay? However, you have to hold it and then the light will turn on. So let's just do that now. I'm holding it. Right, there we go. That's the low setting. I'll press it again. It goes up to a mid-range setting. I'll press it again. And that's at its brightest setting. And that is actually really, really bright here. When I press it again, it just cycles back to the low setting. Now, if I double press it, it goes into an SOS mode. Like that. And to turn it off, we just hold it. And now that's turned off. Now let's just show you this separate unit on its own and its lighting capabilities. You'll see it's also got 4 lights right here. These are spotlights. And it's got a series of lights there and there. A main switch right there, and up on the side, it's got a charging port inside there. That's a USB-C input. And then it's got a USB-A output. So basically what this also doubles as is a power bank. If you've got your mobile phone and it needs a bit of charging up, you can plug it in here via the supplied USB-A to C cable, and it'll be a power bank for your, I don't know, device if it needs charging. So it's pretty cool. I like that. This button here works very similarly to the main unit, but there is extra functions. When you press it once, nothing happens. If I hold it down, that's our low reading light setting. I'll press it again. It goes even higher to a mid-range. I'll press it again, and that's at its highest setting. We'll press it again and the spotlights should turn on. There we go. And when I press it one more time, they all turn on. So 5 different settings. Then I press it again, and then it goes back to its low mode. This one also, if you double press it, it goes into SOS mode like this. There we go. And we hold it to turn it off. So there we go, that's pretty cool. And we'll just whack this back onto our frame. Nice and easy. It just clips right into place really beautifully. Now, according to the manual, this main lamp here, you should be charging it for about 4.5 hours. You should get about 3 hours to 11.5 hours of usage out of that. Obviously, depending on what setting that you have it on, low, medium, or high. It has a 5200 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. Now, this one over here, the detachable side lamp, this is a 3600 milliamp battery, 3.7 volt as well. This takes 6 hours to charge, and you should get about 1.5 to 6 hours of usage out of that, depending on what setting you have. Now, charging this in the sun, obviously solar charging will take longer to charge up the unit than simply by plugging it into some form of power. To charge this from complete sun or solar power, it says 32 hours. But obviously your best option is to charge it via the supplied power supply. But hey, the fact that it's got solar option, a little bit is better than nothing. And I mean, realistically, you're not going to be leaving this on for hours and hours, you know, on the brightest of settings. You know, you might be using it upon the low or medium setting, and you'll get, you know, at least 3 to 5 hours use out of that. Now let's just say you had to charge this by a USB-C cable. Here is your USB-C input. We'll plug it in, and you'll notice that it's got a green light that starts flashing. When this is fully and completely charged up, that green light will just remain solid on green, indicating that it's fully charged up. Now, if we want to charge up this side work unit, we get our supplied USB-C cable, we plug it in just to its input, and you'll notice that the light is flashing green there, indicating charging is taking place. And when this is fully charged, that'll just remain a solid green, and you know that it's ready to be used, or it's just fully charged. Now let's just try testing this as a power bank. Here we go. You know, you might have like a watch or some headphones. Here I've got an example. And it turns on, showing you that this is charging up. All right, let's just say we want to charge up this mobile phone. As soon as you plug it in, oh, that's pretty cool. Red light turns on, indicating that it's powering something. And this is charging up. So very, very handy that this is a power bank, you know, when you're out camping or something like that. Obviously, I don't think it's a fast charger, but hey, it's a charger. All right, let's take this outside and see what this thing can do. So I'm just going to the front of my property on the driveway, going into a bit of darkness here. And we are going to turn this on. I'll just adjust the angle a little bit more downwards. I'll lift this whole unit up a bit more. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the whole unit. Let's turn it on to its lowest setting. That's at low. And as you can see, it's lit up everything quite well. Let's put it to its mid-range setting. That's not bad at all. That's quite a lot of light. Okay, and we'll put it onto its highest setting. And that actually lights everything up. Wow. Wow, that's very, very impressive. And just for kicks, I'll kick it into its SOS mode. And there's your night rave party at your campsite. Even just at its lowest setting, I am really, really impressed. Like if we were camping, man, that is plenty of light over your, you know, cooking area or wherever. But if you really wanted to amp up the light, man, that's, Yeah, I cannot overstate just how bright this is. 3000 lumens, very impressive. Now let's just take this side work unit, take it off. All right, you can see this is still turned on, and so is that light as well. Or I can turn it completely off. But let's just say I want to go and work over up on my car. All right, and I need to look under my bonnet. Let's just see. There we go. I've got two magnets up on the rear here, and if I had to mount this somewhere, and there we go, it's mounted up there, and I can work upon the vehicle. That's pretty cool. Now if I had to use the mounting hook that's up on the rear here, I can do that as well. And there's a hook right there, and with that hook I could put it up there for argument's sake and have it turned around wherever I need it to be lighting up for me. That's the spotlight feature. And that's pretty decent as a light as well. But if we want it all turned on with the whole level 5 mode where everything is lit up, I'll just show you. That is plenty of light. Lights up everything. So that's really, really impressive. When we're done, we'll go clip it back. So I definitely like that this side work unit is magnetic. If you go to anything metallic, this is my roller door, there it is. I've stuck it up there. If you have something like a gazebo with metal poles, well, here we go. There it is. Simply stuck on to the metal pole of the gazebo. That's so handy. And they're really strong magnets too. So my thoughts upon this lighting unit from Wildland, I'm wrapped. I purchased this online and I got it at a discounted price for $115. I think generally these are about $150. I got it on eBay and there was a bit of a sale. I'm very wrapped. For this to be a new camping light, and it can also be used as an impromptu studio light to hopefully light up a bit more of my filming for these kinds of review videos. I think the stand is actually very well designed and made. Overall, it's easy to just grab and just to shift around the place. I think this has a lot going for it. The fact that there's a power bank, the fact that this can be detached as a separate lighting unit, and you still have this one here at your campsite, for example, to light up your cooking area, and this you can take away into your tent, for example, or for something else. I think that's brilliant. It's very easy to swivel to different angles and to adjust the heights up and down. I love the height that you can get on this as well. It goes up to 2 meters height, and that's plenty of height to light up a whole large area. The fact that you can charge it, although slowly, but it will charge if this is left in the sun. Once again, that's another plus for this lighting unit. All right, to take this off, what we're gonna be doing is simply squeezing these two little wings here, and that pops out. Undo these knobs and it goes down. You'll notice that there's a bit of a spring system in there. We'll tighten that up. Then we undo the knob at the bottom and we put it into the bag like so. The lighting units go inside. It's got these straps. Simply strap over like that. And we chuck in the temp pegs as well for good measure. And boom. I like that. That is pretty cool. I'm very, very happy with this lighting system. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, put it in the comments area. Sound off whether you like this, whether you think it's cool. I'll put a link in the description where I purchased this. Otherwise, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you on the next one.